Hi, this is your instructor, Tori Quizmundo. The purpose of this video is to take you through the PowerPoint certification starter file for Project 3. Let's get started. Before we get started with this, we are going to be using a lot of animation and transitions in this project. So one of the first things that I like to do is I like to see what's going on, what I already have in there, and what I'm adding. If you go to your Animations tab, and you choose to release your animations pane, it's going to show you the animation that you have in there and the animation that you have as you add it. So I'm going to leave that up as I work. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this. Task number 1, apply the push transition to slides 2 through 5. I need to select 2 through 5. Select 2, hold down Control, click on 3, 4, and 5. Pick up Control. I have my slides selected. It wants me to apply the push transition. I'll click on Transitions. I'll select Push. It asks me to set the transition to enter from the bottom. I'll click on Text Effect Options, and just to make sure, I'm going to select Bottom. That task is complete. I'm going to select another slide just to unselect the slides that I had selected. Let's take a look at Task 2. Set all slides to advance automatically after 5 seconds or on the mouse click. I need to stay on my Transitions tab. Look all the way to the far right. It's already checked for on the mouse click, but I also need to add after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. Now that I've done that, I'm going to say Apply to All. That task is complete. Let's take a look at task number 3. On slide 5, apply the fade entrance to the bulleted text. Here's my bulleted text. I'd like to apply the fade entrance. All right, I need to go up to my animations. I'll find my fade entrance. And when I add the fade entrance on there, did you see what happens in my animation pane? It'll let me know, hey, you've got some animation going on here. I also got these number 1 items over here, so it kind of gives me an idea of what I'm working with. So it's an easy way to identify what you have. All right, task number 3 is complete. Let's take a look at task number 4. Apply the split entrance to the title. Here is my title. I'd like to apply the split entrance. Awesome. So now you can see I have 2 items listed over here in my animation pane. Let's take a look at task 5. On slide 5, set the title animation to appear before the bulleted animation, because if we look at what we have right now, if I were to come over here and say play this animation, all right, it's going to do the bottom one first and then the top one. Let's do it like this. We'll say play the slideshow. I get the bullets and then I get the title. Let me hit escape because it does not want it to come in that way. What the set of instructions for task 5 is, it says make the title appear before the bullets. So over here, these are ordered. Do you see how they're numbered? I can select it and do the up arrow, and now my title will come before my bullets. That's how you reorder them. This task is complete. Just to show you, I'll play it so you can see. There's my title, and there's my bullets. I'll hit escape to come out of that. Nice job. Let's take a look at task number 6. Task number 6 is going to ask us to go to slide 4. On slide 4, apply the random bar animation to the bulleted text. Here's my bulleted text. I'm going to apply random bars. That task is complete. Look over here in my animation pane. As a reminder, you can find that on your Animations tab. Click the Animation pane button. Let's take a look at task 7. On slide 4, set all paragraphs to appear at once. So right now, if I were to play this, it does all appear at once. Now, had I have done these individually, for example, if I would see how they all have a number 1, so they are all going to appear at once. And if I look over here on the right-hand side, all of these stars fall up under the number 1, which means they will all appear at once. Had I have selected them separately, selected this line and placed an animation, selected this line and placed the animation, they would all have separate numbers. But because I selected them together, they all fall under 1 number. So slide 7 is actually complete, or step 7. Let's take a look at step 8. On step 8, task 8, it's going to ask us to, on slide 2, increase the transition duration to 3 seconds. Let's go to slide 2. Let's take a look at our transitions. On our transitions here, it says increase the transition duration to 3 seconds. So we have a transition on there. It's the fade transition, but here's my duration, and it wants it to be 3 seconds. All right, that task is complete. Let's take a look at task number 9. On slide 2, apply the bomb transition sound. Well, my transition sound can be found just above the duration. So I go in there. It asks me to apply it to slide 2. I find bomb, and that's complete. Let's double check ourselves and see what we've got. I'm going to click on here and just play this presentation. Here we go. Did you hear the bomb transition? Okay, I'm going to hit escape to come on out of there. Let's take a look at our next task. Task number 10. It's going to ask us to go down to slide 10. All right, let's take a look at slide 10. On slide 10, apply the zoom entrance animation to the chart. So I'm going to select my chart. Oh, make sure you don't get any extra pieces in there. Just select your chart. And we want an entrance animation of zoom. So I need to go to animations, and it's an entrance, and it's called zoom. There we go. That's complete. Now it's going to say use the animation. Let's take a look at this question and make sure that I get it correct. Use the animation painter to apply the same animation to the smart art on slide 11. Now, quite honestly, what most of you guys would probably do is come to slide 11, select, and then choose zoom. But that's not what they're asking you to do. We want to get this task correct. So now that you've got zoom applied here, you have an animation painter that's right here. Do you see this button under Advanced Animation, Animation Painter? And it allows you to paint the animation that you have and add it to another item. Like, for example, I just added it to the title. So I'm going to say undo because I don't want to add it to the title. So I need to click where my animation was, come to my animation painter, click on slide 11. Now click on my smart art. That task is complete. All right, pick up with the task starting with task 11 in video 2.